Hey guys, welcome back to BI Tech Works. This is Murli again. Today we are going to see how to create measures from dimensions. So what are measures from dimensions? They are basically it could be some counts of dimension value. For example, it could be a customer count or a city or a state count. So let's get straight into action to see how we can create them. We have our usual regular setup with the financial fact table, the calendar, and we also have segment dimension table. We will come to this segment table a little later, but first let's look at the financial fact table where we have the segment and we have the sales. So we can create a report for a segment, sales by segment. So let's create a table and then add the segment and sales. Now we have the sales by segment. We will also add a year so that we want to see which year these segments have what sales. So we will add the sales year 2 to the table. So now we have, let's sort it by year. Now we have three segments for year 2018 and five segments for year 2019. So if I want to do count of segments for every year, I can just go here and just say count distinct, and I get the count. So 2018 has 3, 2019 has 5, right? And we have a total of distinct 5 segments. So if we just need the count of the segment, this dimension, from the fact table, of course, we don't have to write any DAX function, and it works simply fine. Now let's look at this segment table. Let's create a new table and then add the columns from here. So we have a segment, and we also have a super segment. Super segment is a level higher in the hierarchy than the segment. So when we sort it, we have three super segments which holds these five segments. Right now, what if I want to get a count of the super segments for year 2018 and 19? So do you think the same way I can do, just drag and drop and then say count distinct, and will it work? Let's see. Let's get back to this main table, and let's try to add the super segment to this table. So I'm going to just add the super segment to this table, and if you see, we have two super segments for 2018 and three for 2019. So which means if I do a count, I should get two for 2018 and three for 2019. So let's try to do this. I'm going to say count distinct, but look, that's not what happened. We have three repeating for every year. You can also notice that we got 2017 and 2020 with counts 3 and 3 for these years too, for which we do not have data in the financial fact table for that segment. So there is something wrong going on. So to really understand what's going on here, what we will do is we will just remove this to avoid confusion. We will remove this segment count, and we will keep this super segment and the sales. And now what we can do is we will enable the performance analyzer. We will maybe we will remove the sales, and we'll start recording and add the sales back, so that this query runs and we get a query to see what's going on. So I'll add the sales back to this table. We get the same result, and we have the query over here. So let's copy it over here to see what's going on. So the top part is the DAX query, which we are not worried about, and next part is our actual query, where we see we have a count distinct of super segment from just the segment table. Obviously it is going to give you 3, and that's what is showing in the result. And the next query is it is selecting the year from the year from the calendar table, and we have our year and sales from the fact and joined with the calendar table. So ideally what happens is it is just joining the fact table and the calendar table and getting sales for the year, and then separately counting the distinct super segments and then adding it to the table. So it is basically a cross join between the super segment counts and year-end sales. So that is what exactly you're seeing here, where you have the year-end sales with one query, and the count of super segments as a separate query and cross join between them. So that's why this 3 is repeating for each year. So which means if you have a different hierarchy level, higher level than the uh, fact table, you cannot just drag and drop and do a count. So it doesn't work. So what to do in this situation? So we need to write a DAX function that will take care of this separation, and then we basically need one single query which will calculate the sales and counts for the year. So let's see how to do that. Now let's create this DAX function to calculate the super segment count. So I'm going to create a new measure. Let's call it super segment count, and to begin with I'm just going to replicate the same measure that this column represents. So I'm just going to do a distinct count of the super segment, okay? And I'm just going to drag and drop the column to here. So yes, I get the same value 3 repeated, and which is the same as this. So now I'm just going to remove this column to avoid confusion. Now I want to update this calculation so that the values are calculated correctly. Before going there, we just want to understand one thing, that since Power BI, if you remember, Power BI had created a separate query for segment, super segment, to do the count, and a separate query with year and the sales. So even though you could question that, even though there is a join between this segment and financial fact table, why why did Power BI not join them in the query, and it created a separate query? The reason being, this star denotes n and this is 1. So when you qualify query as n side, it automatically denotes that it is the fact. The one side is a dimension. But here what we are trying to do is we are trying to create a measure like a fact inside a dimension. So when you do that, Power BI gets confused that whether it should treat this as a dimension or a fact. So that's why it creates it thinks it's a fact, and it creates a separate query because it cannot join it with this fact, and then it joins the fact and the calendar to bring the sales. So to clear the confusion for Power BI, what we need to do is we will go back, and then in this function we will just add calculate this distinct count, and we have to give the context. So we are going to say that use the context as the financial fact table, so that Power BI understands, even though this is a dimension, this is a measure and it's a dimension table, it should not create a separate query, and rather it should combine the queries. So I'm just going to add this context of which is a filter for the fact table, and now let's see what happens. Once I do that, yes, we got rid of the duplicates, and we now have 2 for 2018 super segment count and 3 for 2019, which we saw which is the correct value. Let's see how the query now the new query is formed. For this I'm going to just again enable the performance analyzer. To get the query, I'm just going to remove this and going to add it back. So I'll add it back here. We get the same value, and let's copy the query and just paste it. So as usual, the top part is the DAX query, which we are not concerned. Surprisingly, Power BI had some convoluted joins, but I will go to the place where it actually joins these two. So here, if you see, it is joining the calendar table and the fact table. It is also joining the segment table, and then grouping by year and segment. So this is exactly what we wanted for our query. So we have so based on this we have this value like 2 and 3. So that's it, folks. So I hope you guys have learned something today. So for more videos, please subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions or comments, please post it down below. Thank you.